You, Watchman on the Pod. All right, we're going to read from the book of Proverbs out of the Old Covenant, commonly called the Old Testament, and is a translation from the 1808 Septuagint into English by Charles Thompson. Proverbs chapter 23, it is written, "When thou sittest down to eat at the table of a ruler, observe diligently what are set before thee, and put to thy hand, knowing that thou must provide the like. But if thou hast an appetite not easily satisfied, desire not his dainties, for they give false life. If thou art poor, enter not into competition with one who is rich, but be restrained by thine own prudence. If thou fix thy view toward him, he is out of sight, for he is provided with wings as of an eagle, and directeth his course to the house of one who is before him. Eat not with an envious man, nor desire his meats, for he eateth and drinketh as one swallowing a hare. Neither invite him to thy house, nor eat thy morsel with him, for it will cause him to vomit, and he will blame thy kind invitations. Make no addresses to a man void of understanding, lest he peradventure mock thy judicious discourse. Remove not ancient landmarks, nor encroach upon the possession of the fatherless. For the Lord, who is their Redeemer, is strong and will plead their cause with thee. Apply thy heart to instruction, and prepare thine ears for the words of knowledge. Refrain not from correcting a child, for if thou beat him with a rod, thou mayest prevent his death. For thou wilt beat him with a rod and deliver his soul from death. My son, if thy heart be wise, thou wilt gladden my heart. And thy lips, if they be right, will hold long conversation with mine. Let not thy heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. If thou indeed keep these instructions, they will be a progeny to thee, and thy hope shall not perish. Hear, my son, and be wise, and direct the thoughts of thy heart aright. Be not a winebibber, nor devoted to clubs, and to the purchasing of flesh meat. For everyone addicted to reveling and stews shall come to beggary, and everyone given to sleep shall be clothed with rags and tatters. Hearken, my son, to the father who begot thee, and despise not thy mother because she is old. A righteous father nourisheth thee well, and his soul rejoiceth in a wise son. Let thy father and thy mother have joy in thee, and let her who bare thee rejoice. My son, give me thy heart, and let thine eyes observe my ways. For a strange house is a hogshed full of holes, and a strange well is narrow. For that will quickly perish, and every transgressor shall be destroyed. Who hath woes? Who hath trouble? Who hath lawsuits? Who hath vexations and squabbles? Who hath wounds without cause? Whose are the eyes suffused with blood? Are they not theirs who tarry long at wine, who frequent the places where there are revels? Be not drunk with wine, but converse with righteous men, and converse in the public walks. For if thou givest thine eyes to cups and goblets, thou wilt go about afterwards naked as a pestle, and be at last like one swollen by the bite of a serpent, or as one stung by a basilisk. When thine eyes behold a strange woman, then will thy mouth speak perversely, and thou wilt lie as in the midst of the sea, and like a pilot in a mighty storm. And thou wilt say, they have beaten me, and I felt no pain. They insulted me, and I was not sensible of it. When will it be day, that I may go and seek with whom I can have a meeting? chapter 24. My son, envy not bad men, nor desire to be with them, for their hearts study falsehood, and their lips utter mischief. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge chambers are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Better is a wise man than one who is strong, and the man who hath understanding than he who hath a large cultivated field. By government war is conducted, and help is the attendant of a heart instructed by counsel. Wisdom and good understanding are in the gates of the wise, and the wise turn not away from the commandment of the Lord, but they consult in counsels. Death meeteth the uninstructed, and a fool dieth by sins. In a man who is self-willed, arrogant, and boastful, there is impurity. In an evil day, in a day of adversity, he will be stained deeper and deeper until he utterly faint. Deliver them who are to be led away to death, and intercede for them who are to be slain. Make no delay. If thou should say, I do not know this man, know that the Lord knoweth the hearts of all, and that he who gave breath to all knoweth all things, and will render to every one according to his works. My son, eat honey, for a honeycomb is good, that thy palate may be sweetened. In like manner, let thy soul taste wisdom, for if thou find it, thy end will be good, and hope will not forsake thee. Lead not the wicked to the pasture of the righteous, nor be led astray by a belly full. For a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but in calamities the wicked shall be without strength. If thine enemy fall, rejoice not over him, nor be elated at his stumbling. For the Lord will see, and it will displease him, and he will turn away his wrath. Rejoice not over evildoers, nor envy sinners. For the posterity of an evil one cannot continue, and the lamp of the wicked shall be extinguished. My son, fear God and the king, and be not disobedient to either of them, for they can suddenly punish the wicked, and their punishment who can know? A son who keepeth the word shall be far from destruction, for he hath received it to effect. Let no falsehood be uttered from the mouth of a king, and from his mouth let no falsehood proceed. The tongue of a king is a sword and not flesh. Whosoever is delivered up to it shall be destroyed. For his wrath be sharpened, it consumeth men with thongs, and devoureth the bones of men, or like a flame burneth them up, so that they cannot be devoured by young eagles. But this I say to you who are wise to know, it is not good to respect a person in judgment. He who saith of the wicked, he is not guilty, shall be cursed by the tribes and hateful to the nations. But they who reprove shall appear better, and upon them a blessing shall come. Lips will kiss the things which convey good words. Prepare thy works for the time of going out, and be in complete preparation for the field, and come after me. Then thou shalt build thyself a house. Be not a false witness against thy fellow citizen, nor give a loose to thy lips. Do not say, I will use him as he hath used me, and punish him for the injuries he hath done me. A fool is like a field, and a man void of understanding, like a vineyard. If thou lettest them alone, they will be overrun with weeds and grass and become useless, and their stone fences will be thrown down. I have at length repented and looked about with a view to choose instruction. I am dozing a little, just taking a short nap, just enfolding my breast with my hands. If such indeed be thy conduct, poverty will come upon thee like a traveler, and want like a swift courier. Wow. All right. And that ends our reading in the book of Proverbs. Oh, my eyes are so itchy, you guys. You have no idea. All right. Keep your eyes on Jesus, brothers and sisters. Your nose in the book, which is the Word of God. And let us embed the Word of God. I'm sorry, my eyes are itching. Upon the tablets of our hearts, so you and I will not sin against God or be deceived. Have a beautiful day.